A major Atlantic storm packing hurricane-force winds pummeled northern Europe today. England, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands all were struck by very high winds. In southern England, gusting winds actually reached 99 miles an hour. Look at this video. At least 2 storm-related fatalities have been confirmed in the London area, some 13 others throughout Europe. More than 100 flights were canceled out of London's Heathrow as a result of these powerful storms.
Londoners woke up to flood warnings, fallen trees, power outages this morning. A train service was also disrupted for thousands of passengers. So joining us now live on the News Channel 3 Live line from London is one of those travelers, Jamie Baxter, a resident of Southeast London. He works in the city and commutes daily on the tube. Jamie, tell us about your morning. I understand your travel time was tripled.
Yeah, it was hi Kate. It was pretty bad this morning. We had warning of it though. So the news last night had told us that to expect huge delays, and huge delays were delivered. Trains normally start about 5 o'clock in the morning here, but they weren't running till say 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
And Jamie, we're hearing reports of fallen trees, power outages, flood warnings. Can you tell us if there is any evidence of that in Southeast London where you live?
Well, I mean, in the UK here, our storms probably aren't as big as they are over there in the US. What we had was things like bins strewn across the road, etc. There was no trees down where I live, but I believe there was about 100 trees down on the rail lines, and it was the rail lines that really suffered today, like I say, because most of us Londoners travel in by rail, I would say sort of 80–90%, so everyone was sort of stuck at stations, not quite knowing what to do or where to go. So I think a number of people had what we would call a storm day over here. In other words, they went home, put the kettle on and had a cup of tea and didn't get into work today.
Jamie, we've had very similar storms here in the States, and we've seen some video of just the destruction and people walking around sort of in dismay. As you look around your own neighborhood, what sort of damage do you see tonight?
It's really to do with the trees, really. It's the trees, the large trees, there's a few of them sort of bent over and knocked down, but it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, London is relatively protected, but the southern coast, that got real damage, and that's where our train's coming from, so that's where the real damage was. Like I say here, there's a few signs on the floor, a few bins on the floor, but it could have been a lot worse, and it's kind of back to normal now. Everyone's kind of back to normal, and they believe everything should be running as normal tomorrow.
We're hoping so. They're calling it the St. Jude's Day storm. Jamie Baxter joining us by phone from north of London. We thank you for your time.
Cheers. Bye.